Welcome. I'm Roger Ebert.
And I'm Richard Roeper.
And welcome to At the Movies. Today we will be reviewing Gattaca and Earth vs. the Flying Saucers. What can you tell us about Earth vs. Flying Saucers?
Earth vs. the Flying Saucers was made in 1956, directed by Fred F. Sears. Hugh Marlowe plays Dr. Russell Marvin. He's the head of Skyhook Operation. It's a mission that sends probes into outer space to see if there's any possible chance of future space exploration. Now, these Martians think that these probes happen to be rockets, so they're trying to communicate to this Dr. Russell Marvin because they think they're getting attacked and they don't want that. Now this movie was filmed around the Cold War era, so we were pretty pissed off at them damn Soviets because they're a bunch of communists, and so we think of the aliens as communists. That's why we hate them. Now the sound for the flying saucers was actually discovered upon one of their locations. The scene used to film the military base was at a sewage plant, and one of the crew happened to hear these very odd sounds coming from the machinery that was used to pump the, poop through the pipes.
Sewage plant.
Yeah, it's a sewage plant.
I think that's self-explanatory of what happens there.
Yeah, I just like to say poop. So anyway, one of the crew just happening to be listening a little too close to the pipes and just like, hey, that makes an unusual sound. I'm going to go tell somebody about it. And wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, ended up being the sound for the flying saucers. And I believe you'll hear that in the next clip.
Yeah, let's go ahead and show that clip right now, actually.
Do you hear something?
Hear what? I don't hear.
Listen.
Crazy.
I found this film very entertaining to the eye. The special effects in it were quite amazing.
Yes, the special effects were quite amazing, especially if you have someone like Ray Harryhausen to be the one to do it all.
And definitely for that time period, he was one of the best special effects.
He made Clash of the Titans
out there.
Clash of the Titans. I mean, he made those effects. Awesome. I mean, I still get creeps whenever I see the little,
it is amazing.
Lady, whatever her name is.
I mean, there's going to be a time where the effects in our future are going to look silly to us, but for that time, it was definitely quite amazing. It was
definitely good, and it lives on. It'll always live on.
You know, some of the movie lacked here and there a little bit of, maybe some continuity issues.
Yes.
You know, maybe a little bit, but nothing too extreme that you might make a list out of. And also the stop motion was great until they had to do the buildings. But for 1957, this is a great movie. 1956 was it? 1956.
56.
Anyway, I really enjoyed the movie. I thought, it wasn't so much of the story or the characters, but just overall entertaining. Definitely entertaining.
I also really like the movie. I mean, for its time, you have to take that in accountability.
Yeah,
For
correct.
its time, if I was a little boy in the 1950s, I would wet myself over this movie. It was that good. Just like I did when I saw Aliens.
It was that good.
I screamed like a little baby.
It was an excellent film, and I think for its time, the sci-fi genre just completely engulfed that.
And
definitely.
It was a very good film.
Anyway, so that's two thumbs up.
So what about Gattaca?
Gattaca was filmed, directed and written by Andrew Niccol, a futuristic story about a genetically imperfect man and his unobtainable goal to get to space, starring Ethan Hawke, Uma Thurman, and Jude Law. It's a drama, sci-fi thriller, if you will. Anyway, this movie's rated PG-13 and was once deemed as the eighth day for us tampering with mankind and how God has made us, if you believe in God. Which I do.
Yeah, I'm Christian. Have to.
The story has a pneumatic love line. The f*** does that mean? Anyway, the main character fights for equality in a world that is completely
unequal
and perfect. He finds a way to disguise himself as Jerome Eugene Morrow, and Eugene means born well in Greek.
Really?
So it's actually an interesting fact out of that. Anyway, he finds a man who gets him this identity, and to become this person in this world they're living in, there's machines that are able to detect your fingerprints or your blood or your urine samples and basically can construct your entire DNA. I definitely enjoyed this movie. It, on the reality side of it, it explored some very frightening things that may happen in the future.
Yes, I also agree. I did like the film, and I thought Ethan Hawke did a very well job. He did a great performance.
I thought all the characters, Jude Law, Uma Thurman,
Also, yeah, it was
they
just a great.
they
great
were an
cast.
excellent cast. Definitely, Ethan Hawke could play that poker faced.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
poker-faced character that he had to play, along with Uma Thurman playing the same thing, but at the same time, she had character to her later. They're both all of their character arcs were played very well. I agree.
Came together.
So I'd have to give this movie a thumbs up
Same
for
here.
its
Thumbs up.
explosive energy and tundrous mass of equanity that
interest.
came out of it. All right, next week we will be reviewing 42nd Street.
Hey,
and
Ebert, I hear a weird hum, like a weird noise.
like a
Kinda
giraffe,
weird, right? No, it's like a
Like a
high-pitched,
donkey?
like a high-pitched noise.
zebra, a
I don't
mole,
think it's equipment or something.
squirrel.
Or it could be that thing up there, which looks like
What thing?
a lot similar to that thing from Earth vs. Ebert, don't. You all right, buddy?
Whoa!
You're kind of in a trance there.
Holy sh!
I think I hear something else. No clue
Roeper.
what. Whoa! What the? What are you doing here?
People of Earth, especially you, Richard Roeper, and you, Roger Ebert, have blatantly disregarded every single important aspect of this film. Both of these films are created equally and can be compared and contrasted in many ways.
What is this?
We already knew that. What is he talking
this guy
about?
think he's talking about?
For
What?
most of these movies, you guys don't know shit. Especially you little pin-headed nut. Yeah, I'm pointing to you. That's right. You. Oh, don't sit there and gossip about me. I'm standing right here. Roger Ebert, I have taken most of this information from your minuscule brain, as though you looked into our flower-shaped crystal thing that we designed yesterday when I picked it from my space garden. We could not find anything in Roper's brain. He's just too stupid. If both of you had honed in on your researching skills, you would have realized that Hugh Marlowe and Ethan Hawke both stand 5'11". Both of these films explore space, and both of them have a very dark tone to them. Maybe one of the reasons is because our film was black and white. You decide. Anyhow, as another correlation to some of the outside locations in Gattaca, the Martin County Civic Center filming locations of the Gattaca Corporation was also used in George Lucas' THX 1138. Both of you are stupid. Oh, forget it. You Earthlings are hopeless. Now, I shall blast you away with my zing boom. Film critics these days. Gene Siskel had it coming. I'm off to the bar now. Gonna get myself some scotch. 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 Scotch.